Hello everyone, it's Gina from Orchid and Opal.com. I am back today with the November Curated Bead Box. This is a monthly subscription that I think is great for newer beaders, in particular including kids or those who just like to work with basic round glass beads for the most part and also get some additional findings and other pieces included. The first box is an awesome deal with the coupon code that I have to share. It's OOJ35%. And that will save you 35% off your first box, and that includes free shipping if you're in the US, essentially making your first box just $13 shipped to your door. So I will leave that as well as the link below if you'd like to check out more of the details of the subscription. And without further ado, we will get into this one. The theme, as you can see, for this month is called Fantasy Flight, and each month is a totally different theme and color scheme. On the outside of the box here, we see the list of everything that is included, so you can actually go back and plug in these numbers into their website. Their sister site is called dollarbead.com, which sells tons and tons of these types of strands and more. So this is just a sampling of what they have over there, and then of course we have some more details. This spot talking about how there is a finding starter kit included in this particular box, which is another reason I recommend it for newer beaders. It includes stringing materials and some other findings that you need to make things directly from the box. Let's go ahead and open this up. All right, so everything is in here under our tissue paper. Got some very pretty shades of aqua and green and a little bit of chocolate brown accent. I'm going to get organized and then we'll go through each of these items one at a time. All right, the first item on our list is this very chunky glass, chocolatey brown, faceted round strand. There's a ton of beads on here. These are 12 millimeters in size, and it's a 13-inch long strand. And here is a look at the whole location there so you can get an idea of what these beads look like at that location. No peeling or cracking or anything like that. And will be a pretty accent to add to the bright yellowish greens and aqua colors that we're going to see. Next up, we have a strand of 10 millimeter turquoise / yellow marble style glass beads. This is an 8-inch strand. And you can see that combination of the yellow and that aqua coming together in that kind of a watercolor type of design where the colors show up in sort of a random combination on top of the white glass. Next up, we have some more 10 millimeter beads, and these are the brown turquoise duo style, and this is a 6-inch strand. You can see that these kind of imitate gemstone strands a little bit, maybe imitating agate, the way that these are partially transparent, letting some of the light through. You get some of that, what looks to be a veining detail, and the combination of the brown and the turquoise coming together. And you're definitely going to need your sunglasses for this strand. These are the 8 millimeter neon yellow jade style glass beads, and holy cow, they are bright. They actually are paired well. I think this would be a challenging color in many cases, but the fact that these are paired with the browns and more muted tones of aqua, it's actually interesting how that kind of fits right in with this particular strand. You see some of that showing up on this one along with the aqua. But this is a 16-inch strand. You see that there's a lot of beads again to work with. This particular subscription is a lot about quantity over quality. Most of the beads you're going to see in the subscription are glass and not plastic. And while they're not the highest quality of glass beads, like check glass beads, you do get a lot to work with. So like I said, a great one if you are newer, want a lot to play with, or maybe you just like to work with round beads for the most part, or maybe you have a young person in your life that wants to get into beading. This is a great and economical way to build up your stash of all different colors. Our next strand is another 8 millimeter round style bead. These are the yellow gray duo style glass beads in a 10.5-inch string. So sort of like the aqua and brown ones we saw earlier. These have that faux veining, kind of faux gemstone type of appearance to them with the different colors showing up in random places. and that textural element that you can see inside, making parts of the beads look a little bit more opaque, parts are a little bit more transparent, and then you get that slight black accent of veining over the top. Up next is a very long strand of the 6mm teal rustic glass pearl beads. This is 16 inches of those, and you can see that they are a coated glass pearl that has a bumpy, very raised texture as opposed to a smooth round glass pearl, which adds another element of interest to some of our smoother, round, and glossy beads. Also, some of our faceted beads just gives us another type of round bead to incorporate with a totally different texture. Up next, we have some more 6mm size. These are the pale gold faceted glass beads in the 12-inch string. You can see that light golden color lets a lot of the light through and the faceting on the rounds. Here's another really interesting combination of how they brought together some of that yellow and aqua, the yellow kind of having a lime green sort of appearance as well. These are called the Pure Elegance Abstract Glass Beads. It's a 10.5-inch string, and you can see that very vibrant aqua that's also metallic, a little bit of a silvery metallic as well, over those transparent yellow glass beads. Also included in the box, but not on the outer list, is a strand of some of these chocolate brown glass pearls. These are a 6-inch size, and it appears to be, I would say, a 16-inch strand or so. There's a lot of these to work with. Very smooth and glossy, and you can see the whole area of these pearls in pretty good shape, and giving us some additional brown beads to add to these brighter colors. Something I'm always happy to see in the Curated Bead Box is a strand of gemstone beads. These are actually some turquoise rounds. This is a 7-inch strand, and these are 4mm size rounds. You can see these beads are in good shape. There's a lot of pigment to most of the beads, a lot of variation, and you get those hints of neutral browns and tans and cream in addition to the blue and green turquoise color. Next, we have this bag of a large quantity here. It's a 60 beads of 4mm silver iron spacers. So you get these bright silver round beads that are perfect for spacing out some of these colorful glass beads and giving us a metallic element. We also get this piece right here, which is a bookmark. This is called the 4.75-inch etched silver metallic bookmark. Of course, you could add your beads right there on that loop that would hang over the side of your book. And you get this nice sturdy metallic bookmark component. Could also make a really cute gift for somebody in your life that could be personalized with some beads of their favorite color or some fun shapes. And next we have a 32 by 22mm eagle patina metal pendant. You can see there's a lot of patina going on this one, and just some hints of gold on those areas that are a little bit more raised. Goes along with our fantasy flight theme that we have. And there's that loop at the top where you could attach this to your beadwork. Our final item in this bag before the Findings Companion Pack is the brown large handmade lampwork glass bead. And this is a big one, as you can see, very deep brown color, just a hint of transparency where you can see that central location there with the hole that runs through the center of the bead. And something I want to mention about this is that you could actually bead around this. You could use this as a bead form if you are more adventurous. I've seen people do peyote stitch, for example, around something like this, using this just as the base of something else. And of course, you could use this as a component in a pendant as well. You could put this on top of some fringe or a tassel or some chain, something like that, just to give you some ideas. And then that brings us to our Findings starter kit right here, which is in tones of silver. This time it switches off between silver and gold typically. And we have some things in here to allow us to make some things directly from this box. Included is some stringing material. You get some elastic stretch cord, also some bead stringing wire, and some memory wire. You'll also find some earring components like your fishhook style ear wires and some head pins in that coordinating silver. And then some very handy additional findings like your lobster clasps, your crimp beads, and some silver jump rings. So that is everything for November's Curated Bead Box, the Fantasy Flight theme. This is a good indicator of what you can expect to get in the Curated Bead Box. Once again, I love coming back to share these different boxes with you so you know what you can expect and decide on which boxes are right for you. Don't forget you can use that coupon code OOJ35% to save 35% off your first box. And you can find that and the link right below the video. Every month you'll get a bunch of different glass bead strands just like you see here in a totally different color combination, plus the additional findings and perhaps a focal or some lampwork beads, some additional metallic components, things like that. You can also check out the playlist I have for the Curated Bead Box going back quite some time if you want to check out some past boxes. And feel free to leave me a comment down below. I always love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, definitely feel free to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe while you're here because I would love to have you back. That's all I have this time, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.